Bronxnation, let's just take a moment to appreciate what we witnessed the other night. History, pure history. Tamika Upton, our superstar fullback, has just become the first ever player to win 2 Dally M medals in the women's game. No one else has done it. She's the trailblazer. She's the benchmark. And she did it in Broncos colours, just as we've come to expect from one of the greatest to ever lace the boots. G'day legends, welcome back to the Old Skool Broncos Podcast, your fan voice on all things Brisbane Broncos. Today, I want to talk about the Dally M's and how our girls dominated. Tamika Upton took home the prestigious Dally M for the NRLW, and to make it even sweeter, her own teammate, Julia Robinson, pushed her all the way. That's right, the Dally M count literally came down to 2 Broncos teammates fighting it out until the final round. If that doesn't show you the strength of this club, I don't know what does. But it wasn't just the women. The men had their say too, with Payne Haas and Kotoni Staggs named the Team of the Year. So tonight, we're breaking it all down. Upton's historic win, Robinson's rise, the Broncos' clean sweep of awards, and how Haas and Staggs remind us that the club is still pumping out elite talent. Let's get into it. Tamika Upton is simply different. The way she plays footy, it's almost unfair at times. Her speed off the mark, her timing into the line, her ability to turn a half chance into a certain try, it's like watching a cheat code in action. This season, she was everywhere. 133 run meters per game, that's consistency. 48 tackle busts, defenders just can't contain her. 18 tries in 11 games. That's more than some entire backlines put together. So it wasn't just tries. She finished as the NRLW's top try scorer and still managed to create just as many for her teammates. She's as selfless as she is brilliant. The medal came down to the wire. Upton finished on 21 votes, Robinson just behind her on 18. What that tells us is this: Tamika had the moments that captured everyone's attention, the match-winning sparks. Julia had the relentless consistency. Put them together and you've got the ultimate 1-2 punch in rugby league. And now, with 2 Dally M's to her name, Upton steps into a class of her own. You've got legends like Jonathan Thurston and Andrew Johns in the men's game with multiple medals. In the women's game, only Upton, the first of her kind, the standard setter. If Upton is the Ferrari, then Robinson is the Hilux. And I mean that as a compliment. She's power, she's endurance, and she's absolute reliability. This year, she switched into the centres, and honestly, it looked like she'd been playing there her whole career. Her numbers speak for themselves. 9 tries, an average of 223 running metres per game. That's outrageous. 85 tackle busts. Put it into perspective, that's more than most wingers rack up in 2 seasons. Robinson was recognised as the NRLW Centre of the Year, and for good reason. She's not just a finisher, she's a momentum machine. Every time the Broncos needed a spark, Julia was the one driving the ball forward, breaking tackles, setting a platform. And how good is it that this medal race came down to Upton and Robinson? 2 Broncos side by side. Imagine being an opposition fullback or winger staring down Upton sweeping out the back and Robinson running straight at you. Pick your poison, because either way, you're in trouble. Broncos women dominate the Dally M's. It wasn't just about the 2 stars. The Broncos women own the night. Shalom Sauaso, Rookie of the Year. The kid's just getting started, but you can already see she's got the Broncos DNA. Aggression, work ethic, flair. Give her a couple seasons, we might be talking about her as the next superstar. Romy Teitzel finished as top point scorer with 106 points. That's not just goal kicking, that's tries, conversions, all-round contribution. She's a playmaker, she's a scorer, and she's deadly under pressure. Team of the Year nods, Gail Broughton and Teitzel made the cut, alongside Robinson and Upton. That means almost half of the Team of the Year wore Broncos colours. That's domination. When you put it all together, it tells you one thing. The Broncos aren't just competing in the women's competition, they're leading it. They're setting the standard, the rest of the league is trying to reach. Now let's switch gears over to the men. The Dally M medal itself might have gone elsewhere, but the Broncos still walked away with major recognition. First up, Payne Haas. He was named Prop of the Year, which at this point almost feels like a yearly tradition. Don't let familiarity make numb to how insane this bloke is. Haas averaged 168 running meters per game. For a prop, that's ridiculous. Add in 1,562 post-contact meters, basically dragging defenders halfway down the field, and 125 tackle breaks. He doesn't just bend the line, he destroys it. Every time he takes a carry, he creates momentum. He's the engine room of this Broncos side, and the league knows it. Then you've got Kotoni Staggs, who was named in the Team of the Year as one of the best centres. Staggs has 12 tries this season and nearly 140 running metres per game. He's one of the most damaging ball runners in the competition. When Kotoni's fit and confident, defenders backpedal before he's even touched the ball. That's presence. Together, Haas and Staggs represent the spine of Brisbane's attack. Power up the middle, strike out wide, and now they get to take their form into a grand final this weekend. So what does all this mean? Dally M results aren't just shiny awards. They're confirmation that the Broncos are back where they belong, at the very top of the rugby league world. Upton makes history. Robinson proves she's one of the best in the game. The Broncos women dominate the Team of the Year. Haas and Staggs get the recognition they deserve, and now both the men and the women's squad are charging into the grand final week. That's the scary part for everyone else. The Dally M's might be the icing, but the premiership, that's the cake. For Upton and Robinson, this is their chance to cap off with the greatest individual and team seasons we've ever seen. For Haas and Staggs, it's about finally turning individual brilliance into the ultimate prize. So Bronxnation, soak this in. These are the moments you tell your kids about. The moments you'll look back on and say, yeah, I was around when Tamika Upton made history. I was there when Payne Haas redefined what it means to be a prop. I was there when the Broncos took over the Dally M. The awards are amazing. The history is written, but there's still one more chapter left to write this weekend. And if you believe in footy fate like I do, maybe, just maybe, Broncos are about to turn a golden Dally M night into a golden premiership Sunday. Until then, stay proud, stay loud, and as always, believe. This is the Old Skool Broncos Podcast. Let's go, Broncos.